I don't get paid for this. So kind of got me discouraged because I've been trying to build this channel for a while. So we just wait for some people to get in the room, see how we do today. But I do like going live. I really do. Max. Hey, Max. Hey, Max, let me see if we get some people in the room. This should be an interesting topic, Christianity versus radical Islam. See if we get like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, please. Well, can you lick me? Lick me. Thank you, Max. You got a sharp tongue. Thank you, Max. See if we get some people in the room. Well, they ain't there, so I'm just going to get started. Let me see. Got a minute here, 48. So I'll go ahead and get started. Christianity and radical Islam differ fundamentally in core theology, views on violence, methods of expansion, contrasting the pacifist and sacrificial foundations of the New Testament with the militant political jihadism of extremist groups. So in this video, we're talking about Christianity versus radical Islam, not Orthodox. Because actually, I grew up as a Muslim. I don't have a problem with Orthodox. But the radical part of Islam, I do. You know, especially when it comes to unaliving people just because they believe in something different from you. I have a real problem with that. Christianity centers on Jesus Christ as the divine Son of God, believing in his actual crucifixion, death, and resurrection. Islam views Jesus well as a prophet, as a human being. That's the difference, denying his crucifixion. Teaching he was raised to heaven without dying on a cross, and holding the Quran as the final literal word of God delivered through Muhammad. Radical Islam, an extremist political ideology that weaponized traditional Islam concepts like jihad to establish strict Sharia laws and governments and a global caliphate through military conquest. That's where I have a problem with it. Christianity, the New Testament teaches followers to love your enemies. Cougar, yeah, I am. Thank you. I am a cougar. What's up? Um, the New Testament teaches followers to love your enemies, turn the other cheek, separate spiritual faith from worldly political kingdoms. For example, the Bible say, "My kingdom is not of this world." Historically, mainstream Christian theology rejects holy war. Yes, Ghani, yes. Radical Islam integrates religion and political statehood directly, utilizing aggressive jihad and religious supremacy to subjugate non-believers or persecute religious minorities, including Christians in conflict zones. Hey, Regis, how you doing? Nice to meet you too. Oh, you from Brazil? Well, I'm in Detroit. I'm in the United States. Thank you for hitting our like button. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Christianity relies on salvation by grace through faith in Christ's sacrifice, whereas mainstream and radical Islam emphasizing submission to Allah's laws and the five pillars. Mainstream Christian organizations encourage responding to radical Islamic persecution through prayer, peaceful dialogue, and missionary work rather than retaliation, while also disguising violent extremists from peaceful law-abiding Muslims. Because I think it's a damn shame how they just killing the Nigerians in Nigeria. I mean, the rape, the pillage of kids, unaliving. No, I'm totally against that. So that's why I have on here specifically radical Islam, Sharia law kind of thing. Hold on, I want to get to something else. I had this. And I'm going to go back and forth with videos because that's going to make, because I'm not going to read. Yeah. So religion is no, I'm going to start here. Islam within the world today is associated with many ideas, both good and bad. Islam is an old religion, but it's the second religion. Christianity is still number one. Misunderstood in the minds of many Westerners today. It has it has moreover been degraded as inhuman because of the unaliving of people who believe something different than you and how they treat women, the degradation of women. Is Islam a violent religion, or why does their religion cause Muslims to hate us? That's what Christians want to know. The sad part is often these questions are not even asked, and people just assume these are true because Muslims are different and they see that terrorists on television and other Muslims. Islam, however, is not violent or inhumane. And that's why I'm not dealing with Orthodox Islam. I'm talking about radical Islam. Oh, we're talking about Christianity versus radical Islam. That's what the topic is right now. And then I'm going to get to some videos and show what I'm talking about. So I'm just talking right now. It is a religion based upon peaceful principles and loving commandments. It is orthodox, and this is why I'm just strictly saying radical Islam, the jihadists, the extremists is what I'm against. Religion is a sacred entity in many cultures throughout history. Even today, these cultures have worshipped many gods, prayed to many statues and stones, and sacrificed animals and people in honor of their gods. In the earliest recorded, polytheism and paganism were the most dominant forms of religion. That's a fact. This way of life lasted for thousands of years and led to many different forms celebrated and worshiped gods. During these times, war was limited and focused on food plots, watering holes, and enlarging one's tribe. During this time, the Jewish faith was formed, therefore marking a significant change in the world's future. Out of monotheism was born Christianity, which became the faith of the Roman Empire, and which is the largest religion in the world. Right now, Islam is second. Christianity and Islam are both followed by very diverse flocks where the Jewish faith is not. The importance of religion is different for everyone and can be used to explain each diverse actions as a reminder of home, a reason to wake up, even as an understanding of the world's problems. You know what? Hold on, let me see. Okay, this is where I'm about to get into some videos. Okay, let's get into these videos. And then I'm going to get into the new ones. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. This is the difference between the two. Damn, I done lost my audience. Hey, Anthony, and I lost you too.
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or a radical Islamist?
Radical Islamist.
You saw someone wearing one of those red hats chanting, "Make America Great Again," or you saw someone shouting, "Allahu Akbar," running down the breezeway here. Who would you feel more safe with?
The one shouting Allahu Akbar. Yeah.
You would support the radical Islamists.
Yeah.
What is it about Trump supporters that you don't think you'd get along with them so well?
I'm gay.
But you would get along with a radical Islamist?
Yes.
And you're gay?
Yes.
In solidarity with radical.
Now that is crazy. Islam is totally against homosexuality. And they unalive people for being homosexual. This is insane. This is insane.
Islamists, would you look at the camera and say in solidarity, "Allahu Akbar"?
Allahu Akbar.
And would you say, "Make America Great Again" in solidarity with the Trump supporters?
No.
What is a bigger threat to America today? Radical Islam or Trump supporters?
Trump supporters. I say Trump.
Trump supporters in MAGA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Trump supporters in MAGA.
I would have to go with the Trump supporters.
Trump supporters, MAGA.
Trump supporters in MAGA.
I'd say MAGA. But we should be able to allow people to be who they are.
Yeah.
I have.
Even if they're a radical Islamist.
Yes. Yeah. There's no right to judge that.
So if someone came running down the street, "Allahu Akbar," or if there was someone on the opposite side saying, "Make America Great Again," got my red hat on, which side would you run to?
I don't know.
As Christians, and we're following Christ,
Hey, King Mason, how you doing?
radical Islam.
No, because it's a freedom of religion.
Yeah, it's a freedom of religion.
How many terrorist attacks did Trump supporters engage in last week?
So many.
Just guess.
Thousands.
If you're a radical Islamist watching this right now, we pray for your conversion.
It's whatever they want to do, then do it. 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 Whatever they want to do, then do it.
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or a radical?
I've been good, actually. I've been good, just chilling, working and stuff, trying to get back into this YouTube thing. I think I'm going to start going live on TikTok. Yep. So right now we're doing some videos, and then I'm going to get back to talking. So we're going to do some videos right now.
Like Texas taxpayers are going to be paying $10,000 per student for Muslim students to be going to Muslim Islamic centers for education.
Texas has now admitted 4 Islamic schools to their voucher program. This comes after an Obama-appointed judge ruled that they had to extend their deadline to allow more private schools, mainly Islamic schools, to apply. And this comes after CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, which has been designated or labeled as a terror organization by Governor Abbott in the state of Texas. This comes after they filed a lawsuit demanding taxpayer funds for these Islamic schools. which are all tied back to CARE, which is designated as a terrorist organization in the state of Texas, which is why they weren't eligible in the first place. And one of the schools that's been admitted is the Houston Quran Academy, which is headed by Hamid Ghazali, a man who was literally name-checked in the 1991 Muslim Brotherhood memo on how to destroy our civilization from within. Now, this man previously ran Ghazali Islamic Video, which he founded out of Lawrence, Kansas, and he was busy soliciting donations for every one of the bad guys, every single group that you've ever heard of overseas that we are not supposed to be giving aid and comfort or money out of the United States to. He was busy doing that, up to and including Al-Q. And this was all on video. You can find these videos on some of the sources that I include right here. So there you go, a man who was literally name-checked in the 1991 Muslim Brotherhood Memorandum on how to infiltrate and destroy our civilization from within, just had another Muslim Brotherhood front group sue the state of Texas so that he could get taxpayer money to run one of his indoctrination centers. They sued to make us pay them. They sued to make us their demis. We now have to pay them to run their indoctrination centers. Y'all, this is not how this is supposed to go. We need a federal designation of the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization. We need the federal designation, and we need to get very serious about countering these threats right here in the homeland, because I'm going to tell you, that's what I voted for.
All right, so it's, you know, you hear story after story about this, and a lot of this stuff is coming out of Texas, and it really makes you wonder, how did Texas become ground zero for all of this stuff? And by the way, whatever's happening in Texas, it's happening in California, it's happening in New York, it's happening, I think specifically, even in Florida as well, okay? Because at the end of the day, a lot of these Islamic centers and a lot of these schools and a lot of these big, huge Islamic structures, I did a piece of content on one of them that's even coming up literally in Kansas, okay? A lot of these are being funded by the taxpayers to the tune of tens of millions.
Okay, I'm back.
And the interesting thing about this is that they use these civil rights laws, okay, that were basically put into place to help blacks in society, to help Latinos, legal Latinos in the society. And we've imported all of these people over here from everywhere on the planet that now subvert the laws that were intended to help people that were fundamental to the building of this country.
Fact.
Like Texas taxpayers are going to be paying $10,000 per student for Muslim students to be going.
Especially if you're an immigrant. Especially if you walked across the border and you're not a citizen. We should not be subsidizing and paying for Islamic education. Fuck no. Nope, against that. Then I'm going to get back to what I'm talking about. But let's look at some video.
Wait a second. Believers all around the world are marching for Jesus. Look how awesome. Now this is what's beautiful to see in the streets, and if you agree, type Jesus is King in the comments. Wait a second. Believers all around the world are marching for Jesus.
All right, now let me get back to my story. In spite of the many differences among Christians, Jews, yeah, I wear glasses. Why? In spite of the many differences among Christians, Jews, and Muslims, they share a fundamental belief in God as compassionate and just. As a result, these communities have often neutral people of extraordinary kindness and courageous commitment to justice. Why then do members of these same communities believe that it is their moral obligations to wage aggressive holy war, even to annihilate innocent people in God's name? And that's where I have a problem, is with radical Islam right there. Of the many unaliving of Christians in Nigeria, the beheadings, the Sharia law, I don't agree with. I don't. Orthodox Islam is fine. I grew up as a Muslim. However, that is not my faith now. What aspects of their scriptures and traditions tend to support violence against infidels? What ethical principles, religious and non-religious, can we affirm in response to those ideas and those atrocities that they sometimes engender? Religion is clearly not the only catalyst of total war and other forms of indiscriminate violence. People seem to be able to invent all sorts of rationales for mass killing without feeling the need to cite the will of God. For example, now they're talking about 9/11, and I'm going to skip some of that. Another example, two young men in Sacramento area killed half a dozen people, apparently out of personal revenge. And some of the most appalling atrocities in history have been rooted not in religion per se, but rather in radical or class hatred. And that's the problem. And that's what we're talking about today. They may even be genetic tendency in our species, like chimpanzees or lions or, zebras, in their habitat, to attack and kill others for no reason except they aren't one of us. But religious violence can take on a particularly intense and ruthless character if the objects of violence are seen as blasphemy or insulting God, as the enemies of God or God's way nearly conceived. The problem of indiscriminate holy war is particularly difficult for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam to eliminate from within because it's so deeply rooted in their scriptures and traditions. Let that sink in. The radicalness of Islam, Christianity, Judaism is deeply rooted in the scriptures and traditions. The same religious traditions that affirm God to be compassionate, merciful, and just also include most disturbing claims that promote religious hatred and intolerance, and sadly have provided a national for aggressive holy war. We need to face these things head on. Questioning the moral justification of holy war leads, moreover, to troubling questions about the legitimacy of some basic theological claims and the authority of foundational religious scripture. Okay, I'm about to do some videos again.
Those videos where they're like, oh my God, the Muslims are taking over New York. So you seen those? You seen those? Let them know that we are taking over New York City.
Y'all think this shit a joke. Y'all think this shit a joke. But you know what? That's the thing. Say thank you to them dumb ass, stupid ass, white liberals.
Right.
Where they're like, oh my God, the Muslims
Right.
are taking over New York. So you seen those? You seen those? Let them know that we are taking over New York City.
Y'all think this shit a joke.
Oh.
Y'all think this shit a joke. But you know what? That's the thing. Say thank you to them dumb ass, stupid ass, white liberals.
Facts. I agree. I damn sure agree with that.
Now that the people of America are standing for you, will you share with them the light and the beauty and the majesty of Islam, or will you stay in hiding? Tell the young people to continue to study, to prepare themselves to become the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, to become the mayor, the police chief, the leaders of Congress, and those that were born in America. Prepare yourself to be America's next president. Share with the people of Minnesota the words of the Quran, the wisdom of the Prophet, and the beauty of our community, because this is your moment of grace. You have to make up your mind today, as Muslims in Minnesota. What is your position in defending the lives and the future of your people? Nobody asks you to be violent. You don't have to be violent. Your weapon is your faith. Your strength is your unity. And you must quickly engage the American people, especially the people of Minnesota. We just elected a Muslim to be the mayor of New York. That's the home of 9/11. And those that are in opposition to Islam, they're watching the growth and the development of the Muslim community, and it scares them. You know why? Not because you're a threat. No. They think you're about to replace those of privilege of the days of old. They see the Muslims as their replacement. And to be honest with you, we are their replacement.
There it
We
is.
are, as they would say, the new kids on the block. And this is our moment.
Bam. No way of that we can live together and have our own, you know, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, and we coexist. None of that. None of that. Take over.
Seven bills.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. Oh no, that's too long.
7 bills stand ready to ban Sharia's influence, fortify our immigration and legal systems, deport adherents who promote it, designate the Muslim Brotherhood and CAIR as terrorist organizations, strengthen vetting, advance the Pause Act to stop all immigration, and ensure no court ever considers Sharia or any foreign religious code. The American people demand that we defend the Constitution against
Facts.
ideology. That's why Congressman Roy and I founded this caucus. It has grown rapidly because patriots nationwide are awakening.
Does Sharia law have a place here in the United States of America?
No.
Are we for a moment going to consider allowing Sharia law to rule over the United States?
No.
Let's watch this together.
Sharia poses a unique and profound danger. It is far more than a personal faith. It is a comprehensive system of governance, culture, and domination that enforces submission through violence. All cultures are not morally equivalent. Whereas Christianity is the religion of peace, of reconciliation, of love, Islam is a religion of the sword. It stands in direct, irreconcilable conflict with a maximum individual freedom at the heart of Western civilization and our Judeo-Christian heritage. Our rights derive from our Creator, not from any man-made supremacist code. America gladly welcomes those who come to assimilate and worship freely according to conscience. But we must never accommodate a system that demands the submission of every surrounding society. And Sharia explicitly requires precisely that. The evidence is mounting right here in my home state, the Lone Star State. In my own congressional district, Texas 3rd District, the East Plano Islamic Center, one of the largest mosques in North Texas, already operates a Sharia adherent enclave in Plano. This is not merely a house of worship. It serves as the foundation for something far more troubling. The same organization spearheaded a proposed 400-plus acre residential development in unincorporated Collin and Hunt counties near Josephine, originally called Epic City, now rebranded as The Meadow, to deflect scrutiny and confusion over its separatist intent. Marketed as a Muslim-centric community, it was designed around Sharia-adherent living. Over 1,000 homes, a new mosque, a K-12 school, and other facilities tailored to enforce submission rather than assimilation. Both the existing Epic Enclave and this affiliated project are abominations that threaten American principles of equality, individual liberty, and the rule of law. We've seen alarming incidents of Muslim intimidation. An imam in Dallas calling the police on a fellow Muslim for merely speaking to a Christian pastor. Another in Houston captured on...
Now that is insane. So now you refuse to assimilate, but you're in America. We coexist. You know, I'm in Detroit. Dearborn is right next door. We've never had problems between Christians and people worship Islam. Never was a problem until now. And this is crazy to me. So now you can't talk to somebody of a different faith. You get the police called on you. What the fuck is going on here? The fuck is happening?
Video threatening to occupy non-compliant businesses under Sharia. Texas is seeing explosive growth, roughly 48 new mosques in just the last 2 years. That is why on March the 3rd, Texas Republicans overwhelmingly passed Proposition 10 with 95% support, a clear mandate to ban Sharia in our state. Texans have spoken. American law only. No foreign ideology should make Americans feel like foreigners in their own country.
Facts.
Texas stands as ground zero in this fight. Yet this is not just a Texas issue. Sharia's influence is advancing from Arizona to Minnesota, Alabama, Florida, and beyond. No state is immune. That's why our caucus has surged to 60 members across 25 states.
Oh. I'm live. I'm talking about Christianity versus Islam. I'll call you back. Or come on to my live. Bye.
Bolstered by strong Senate support from figures like Senator Tuberville. As I've said repeatedly, Sharia has no place in America. Do not Sharia our America. Defend the West. Ban Sharia. The urgency of this fight was laid bare in the opening days of March when a disturbing wave of Islamist-inspired attacks struck our soil.
Facts.
On March 1st in Austin, a gunman opened fire outside a downtown bar, killing 3 innocent young Americans and wounding more than a dozen others. The Islamist terrorist, a naturalized citizen from Senegal with prior arrest, wore a sweatshirt proclaiming property of Allah, an undershirt bearing an Iranian flag, and left a Quran in his vehicle. This was no isolated act. March has seen multiple incidents linked to Islamist extremism. A failed ISIS-inspired bombing attempt outside Gracie Mansion in New York City on March 7th.
Right.
A vehicle ramming and shootout at a synagogue in Michigan on March 12th, injuring dozens, and an ISIS-inspired shooting at Old Dominion University in Virginia that same day, targeting ROTC members and claiming 1 life.
Right.
These attacks, clustered in a single month, underscore a chilling reality. The enemy is inside the gate, driven by a supremacist ideology that claims divine authority over our Constitution and justifies violence against those who refuse submission. Nowhere in this ideology is more barbaric than its treatment of women.
Facts.
Under Sharia, women are relegated to second-class status. It explicitly permits wife beating as discipline.
Right.
Imams have preached that women feel honored by beatings, or liken them to livestock, cows, sheep, horses, mules, created solely for men's use. Sharia codifies female genital mutilation, forced child marriage, honor killings, half inheritance for women, and testimony worth half that of a man. Its nations enforce these rules, from Iran's reign of terror to places where adultery brings stoning, apostasy brings death or public floggings, and men and women live in slavery. Even more horrifying, Sharia permits the rape and enslavement of non-Muslim women.
Facts.
With some scholars
Facts. Facts.
permissible under the Quran and Hadith. These are not fringe opinions. They are preached publicly, and they are infiltrating Western civilization. Don't believe this is happening? Tell that to the thousands of British teenage girls groomed, plied with alcohol, gang raped by Muslim gangs, and then arrested by police for being drunk while their rapists go free. Let me repeat, the victims are arrested. This is Sharia. Sharia does not content itself with private practice. It demands eventual dominance over the host culture. Look at France and the UK, where unchecked immigration has eroded heritage, culture, and freedoms. We cannot allow that to fate here in the United States. According to Islam, many non-Muslims like me are regarded as infidels, and Muslims who convert to Christianity or any other faith are labeled apostates. Both infidels and apostates are punishable by death under Islam. As Karl Popper wisely cautioned, unlimited tolerance must lead to the disappearance of tolerance. we must claim the right to not tolerate the intolerant. Sharia embodies that intolerance, rejecting free speech, equal rights, and constitutional supremacy. We must reject it in turn. Legislation alone cannot halt this creeping threat, but Congress has a sworn duty to act. 7 bills stand ready to ban Sharia's influence, fortify our immigration and legal systems, deport adherents who promote it, designate the Muslim Brotherhood and CAIR as terrorist organizations, strengthen vetting, advance the Pause Act to stop all immigration, and ensure no court ever considers Sharia or any foreign religious code. Mr. Speaker, the American people demand that we defend the Constitution against ideology.
Okay, let me get back to this. He didn't even bring my... Okay. So, getting back to what I was talking about, then I'm going to go back to some videos because we'll be ending this shortly. One of the Mosaic commandments prohibits murder. That's Exodus 20:13. Why is murder wrong other than its obvious conflict with love of neighbor? Leviticus 19, verse 17, 18, 33, and 34. Essentially because people are made in the image of God. Genesis 1, 26, 27. One might infer from the idea that no killing of persons would be allowed at all, that the concept of human beings as made in God's image would entail strict pacifism and absolute duty not to kill, but that is not what the ancient Hebrews concluded. Since many offenses were subject to capital punishment, a form of killing, see Exodus 21:22. So perhaps anyway, all persons have a basic right not to be killed, but they can forfeit that right if they commit a serious enough crime. This would be consistent with punishment only those guilty of crimes and limiting the use of deadly force to the defense of innocent others or oneself. But collective punishment and indiscriminate war were also commanded or approved in the Hebrew Bible. And then we get into the Mosaic commandments prohibit the Israelites from worshiping any other gods but Yahweh. God demanded purity and strict obedience, and idolatry and blasphemy were punishable by death. Non-Israelites who lived within the area believed by Hebrews to have been promised to them by God were seen to pose a great temptation to them to abandon their faith. This led them to justify the slaughter of entire communities. And their holy wars eventually inspired similar wars many centuries later by Christians who admired the Old Testament wars like Joshua. Now, in the Islamic tradition, there are similar mixtures of values pertaining to war. The Quran repeatedly refers to God as compassionate and just. It also says there is no compulsion in religion. Submission to God must be freely chosen, not forced. The Quran urges Muslims to use beautiful preaching to persuade people to accept Islam and to argue nicely with Jews and Christians who are seen as worshiping the same God as their own. This is probably the attitude of most Muslim people today. Jewish and Christian communities have often been tolerant and protected under Muslim rule. However, that being said, it's the radicalists, the slaughtering of whole villages, the raping and pillaging of and the unaliving of people because of their religion is wrong. You should have the right to coexist. And if you're in a different country than your own, you have a right to assimilate within that culture, whether you like it or not. Take your ass back to your homeland and do what the fuck you want to do there. Shit. Muhammad was said to have practiced nonviolence early in his career, but soon came to believe that God commanded the use of force, not only in the defense of his growing religious community, but also in the form of offensive jihad to expand the territory of Islam. The word jihad, by the way, means struggle or effort. Jihad can refer to the struggle of individual Muslim to confirm his or her will to Allah's or to a peaceful effort to persuade others to accept Islam. But jihad can also mean holy war. In fact, there's a sense in which the only completely just war in Islamic terms is a holy war, since it has to be approved by proper religious authorities and waged to defend or promote Islam or the Muslim community. All right, now let's get back to some videos.
أعتقد أن الرهان على قدرة العرب والمسلمين على استثمار هذه.
So what he's saying, and I'm going to refer, Hezbollah official, we are currently investing in protests and demonstration in Western countries, especially among college students. We already have Muslim students, agitators, but it's the Western students themselves who will destroy their own countries. This is the whole plan of Hezbollah in Iran to destroy America and Europe. That's the problem. That right there is the problem.
Who do you have more in common with, a Trump supporter or a radical Islamist?
Okay, I already showed that, so I'm going to delete that video. All right, let me go here. This is over in England. A group of young Muslims entered the Christian town of I can't even say this name. It was not in England. Entered the Christian town of Sublabia in Hama and tried to Christian girls. Brave Christian men fought them and kicked them out. That's what this video is. This is what I'm against. Chaos erupts in Syrian town as Islamist mob attack Christian homes and businesses. Look at what they're doing. This is wrong. They're attacking Christians' homes and businesses.
We're talking about the United States. Yeah. And I've been telling y'all about these Muslim motherfuckers. They motherfuckers are worse than goddamn fleas. They're worse than damn fleas. What are they doing here? We should just ban Muslim. Other countries ban Islam. That's what we need to do. Because this is God's country.
And Jesus Christ.
Muhammad can beat his feet down the goddamn road. It was founded on Jesus Christ, not Muhammad. So Muhammad can get on fucking down the goddamn road.
And you're that ass.
They don't even belong here. All they want to do is kill us. And you goddamn liberals are letting right in the fucking door. Look, they're all over the fucking
liberal
place.
Cities. All the liberal cities.
All the liberal cities are all over the fucking place. And I'm sure there's a lot of us country folk up there in them states that are fucking mighty pissed off, well then y'all just gonna have to take that shit up with the president and come on with it.
Trump.
This road. If they got caught on a rug and if they're caught on the rug on the side of the road and somebody runs over them, well, so be it.
Órale, güey.
What it is. They have no goddamn business down there on his goddamn knees. He ain't got to suck no dick around here.
Ooh.
We're talking about the United States.
Yeah.
And I've been telling y'all.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna keep that video.
This is why you don't belong in this country. This is why you don't belong in this country. This is what your people do, you wicked devil. You wicked terrorist. Hey, look at the terrorists with their terrorist friends. Look at senior level care. There's a senior terrorist right here with her terrorist buddies. Everybody knows that you're wicked devil who you are. Go back to the place you can drink camel urine and marry little girls. Nobody wants you here. Nope.
Have a regular conversation.
Go ahead. No, let's hear what you have to say. Let's hear what you have to say.
That's not how you preach religion, bro.
Let's hear what you have to say. So you think kicking my brother in the back of the head is the way you preach? You think hitting him on the floor while he's on the ground is the way you preach? Go home and throw your stupid hat and your thobe in the toilet and stop being a wicked devil. You wicked devils don't know how to behave in America because you're jihadists. Hold on a second. You're a disgrace to humanity. You wicked devil. You guys can't control your emotions because your God's a pedophile. Where'd you get it at? Where'd you get it at, terrorist? Where'd you get it at?
You rape women and children. Hey. You kill Christians. You're a terrorist. You woman terrorist. You're a terrorist. Care?
So that was in Tampa, Florida.
That was in Tampa, Florida.
In Tampa, Florida. I'm in Florida. Okay? I live in Florida. So this hits home big time. I don't like what I'm seeing. So Ron DeSantis, sir, if you're watching this video, Ron DeSantis, I hope you're watching. I need you to do something. I need you to please remove these Muslims away from Florida, the country in general. If possible, please do something. We don't need this bullshit in Florida. Remove them, please. Deportation, sir. Let's go.
This is why.
This is where the civil war coming from. Christians versus Islam.
Okay, you're still right.
I'm not under arrest because
I'm telling you, you're under arrest.
I didn't obstruct anything because I'm in the house. I'm in my home.
So either we can do this willingly or we can do this a
You're not
different
going to touch me because there's not a crime being committed, sir.
I just told
And I'm on camera. No, I did not.
You are on camera.
After being caught with a stolen truck, this woman refuses to cooperate and quickly turns a simple situation into a chaotic arrest.
This is the Muslim woman arrested after stealing a truck.
Back to the suspect's house.
Hey, what's your name?
Lala, what happened?
What's your name?
Lala, what happened?
Lala, what's your real name?
Lala, but what happened? Hey, Mila, hold on. Hey, Ross, please here. The cops are here.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Owner asked you to call him.
Oh, shit.
Can you please call him really quick on the phone?
No, I'm trying to find some stuff out right now.
Okay. Well, he's on the phone. He said if you could call him really quick.
Yeah, that'll wait. I'm trying to find out who you are first.
Well, that's not important. There's no crime being committed here. There's nothing.
There is a crime being committed here.
Where?
At this place here, the property.
Not here. Not right now.
It's right here, right now.
Where?
Right here at this property.
Not here. I'm the only one here.
Okay, whose truck is that?
What do you mean? That's my friend's.
Whose?
Ignacio.
Ignacio who?
Yeah.
Is Ignacio here?
No, he's from the church. Why?
Because it's stolen. So there's no.
Shut up! I'm live. Shut the fuck up.
That truck is not stolen, no.
So if you bought the smoker
Shut up.
Give me $1.
It's coming back as stolen.
I promise you that's not stolen.
Well, it is.
It's not. It's not stolen.
It's in the system. It's stolen.
Go ahead and take it then. But it's not stolen. I promise you it's not stolen. And I'll call the owner.
Okay, if the owner can come over here.
After going inside to supposedly contact the owner, the woman never returns to speak with police. Officers instead speak with her brother, asking him to either send her out or allow them inside to talk with her.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'll go get a warrant. I'll go get a warrant, but you're going to go to jail too. It's your choice. It's your choice. We can go in there and tell her to come out and then hook her and take her, and then we'll be done. Or I can get a warrant and you're going to jail too. Choice is yours. I'm in count to 5. 1, 2.
Oh, man. Yeah, go ahead, sir. I guess you're going to have to get that warrant. I guess I'm going to have to go with you because this bitch is, I told you, it's going to call me a snitch. I know the regulations. I know the rules.
So you can give us permission just to go get her.
No, but I know if I give it to you like that, I'm a snitch. I'm a snitch, I'm a bitch, and this, you know, that goes on and I have a bad reputation. But because of my street knowledge on that shit, I can't.
I thought you changed.
Hey, hold on, it's a rule.
New year, new you.
It's a rule, you get shot like that.
You said new year, new you.
I mean, yeah, but you're not listening though, man.
Okay, well, let's put him in custody.
It's a rule, it's a regulation.
Okay, well, turn around, you're under arrest.
Oh, she's like...
Yeah, that's how it works.
All right. You didn't give me the warrant.
You're outside. We don't need the warrant.
I thought that, yo. You got your play? I told you, man. Oh, I got too much to do. Just go ahead and get her, man.
So you okay?
Yeah. I might just do it like that. I got more shit to lose. I can't do this shit, man.
Okay.
Well, I mean...
So we got your permission to go in there and get her?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was a smart choice.
You know, I don't consider it fucking right now.
Okay,
because I allowed it.
If we're going to have to get a warrant.
Wow, that was out cold. That was out cold.
So as a property holder, you're giving us permission to go inside.
What would she do? Besides the guy's going to come over and fix it. What
we just need to talk to her, but...
Then there you go. So, like, I guess...
Okay. Sergio, before I go in, we got your permission to go in.
After you arrest them, now that's totally wrong. I have to be in their defense. That's totally wrong.
Right here.
What?
Come this way.
No, I'm putting myself away. I didn't do nothing.
Come this way. You're under arrest.
For what?
I'm telling you right now, you're under arrest.
For what, though?
Put the stuff down.
But for what? What am I under arrest for?
1, for obstruction.
No, not obstruction.
And 2, for possession of stolen property.
He's on the phone. The owner's on the phone right here.
Oh, well, he's not here. Sorry.
Oye, Eliazar, dice este señor que me va a arrestar porque tú le reportaste que yo te robé la troca, güey. Eso es mentiroso, mentiroso. He was touching. He's here at the corner outside, the owner.
Okay, you're still right
I'm
here.
not under arrest because
I'm telling you, you're under arrest.
I didn't obstruct anything because I'm in the house. I'm in my home.
Step over this way.
I'll come outside and talk to you, but you cannot touch me.
I'm telling you right now, you are under arrest. So you
For
can
what, though?
either do. I just told you.
I didn't obstruct nothing.
Okay, so either we can do this willingly or we can do this a
You're not
different
going to touch me because there's not a crime being committed, sir.
I just told
you. And I'm on camera. No, I did not.
You are on
commit a crime.
camera.
I know, but I did not commit a crime.
Yes, I'm telling you right now, you're obstructing right now.
No, sir, you're not letting me plead my instance. I want to talk to your boss. I want to talk to your boss, sir.
Right now, you're under
not going to
arrest.
touch me, though.
I am. Because you're going to get
I'm not
placed in
under arrest
handcuffs.
because the owner is on the phone.
You're going to get placed in
No,
handcuffs.
I'm not. I
Yes,
didn't
you
do
are.
anything wrong, sir.
Hands out of your pocket.
I didn't
Step
do
over here.
anything wrong.
Step over here.
No, I didn't steal the truck.
We can do this one way or two ways.
Eres un pinche
I didn't say you stole the truck.
Tú eres un pinche falso, güey.
I didn't say you stole the truck.
You said I was getting arrested for
I told you
obstructing.
that, yes, because
I didn't do anything, though, dude. I didn't do anything. I haven't committed a crime. I haven't done anything.
Step
I go to
this way.
school. No, vales verga, güey. Yo estoy en la pinche escuela y trabajo, güey. Can I just put my shit away? Because all I want to do... No,
You're stepping this way.
I will step that way. Aquí en mi casa, güey, vales verga. Tú no ir a mis hijos viven solos, güey, y tú vales verga, güey.
Let's go.
No, you Eliazar, you bitch. No,
Let's
dude.
go.
For what?
I'm telling you right now.
Tell me for what?
Okay, I can either go in there and grab you,
No,
and we'll take you out.
Listen, you can't just
Okay.
grab somebody. You have to tell them, turn that light on.
I already told you.
No, obstruction is not... I didn't obstruct.
Yes, you did.
How?
You go in the house and don't come out.
It's not stolen.
It is stolen. It's
No,
reported as stolen. Okay.
But-
Here, put your hands behind your back.
But you're not arrested.
You're under arrest.
I'm not getting...
Oh, well, they done got her
It's
handcuffed.
not stolen. The owner's on the
Put your
phone.
hands behind your back.
Now tell me, why am I being arrested?
I
For
just
what?
told you.
For what?
Possession of a stolen vehicle.
Oh, see, but it's not stolen.
Stop doing that.
It's not stolen. You're a liar. You're a liar.
It is. It's
It's
stolen.
not stolen, fool. It's not stolen. Don't touch my rosary.
Don't do that. You got it?
Don't touch my rosary, though.
Okay, I'm
It's a
gonna...
religious item. No, don't take it off.
It's coming off.
No, it can't.
Yes.
It's a religious item. Do not touch it. You cannot touch my religious items. That's illegal, dude. That's so illegal.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna press charges. I'm gonna press charges because you guys are fucking doing my rights.
Okay. All your stuff's gonna go with you.
None of my stuff can go with me. But that's what you wanted, dude. And watch, you'll see why. You'll see why you, by God's law, will be judged. Watch, I promise you, you will.
Okay.
I promise you will. I'm telling you, I don't break the law like that. My God is good to me. My no, shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. You too. You're a liar. You just want to fucking be hurting your brother. Don't. What are you doing? You can't touch my hijab.
Taking it
It's
off.
against my religion.
I'm just.
No, it's against my religion. You're touching my hijab. That is against my religion.
Research here. Okay.
Dude, you're not even a woman, fool. You can't touch me. Man, fool.
Okay.
Look at how you're doing me. Look at, you got another man touching me.
What
You got another man touching me. That's
Do you have
God's law.
anything in your
dude.
pockets?
Nothing.
Nothing.
But by law, Sergio, oh, God will judge you. No, you. You let another man touch me. You're no good, fool. You're no good. No, you. You're abusive, fool. That's the problem. You're abusive. You're abusive, fool. But I made my bed. I lay in it. But you know what? The truck is now stolen, and you know it. You. No, you. Quit touching my body. I'm not okay with you touching my body, dude. I'm Muslim. Stop touching me.
Don't make it a scene, though.
No, he's touching me over something I didn't do.
I know.
You're letting him, bitch. You're letting him. You're fucking sick, fool. You're sick. That's called fool. That's called rape. That's called.
Ooh, wee.
And you let him, fool. You're not. Don't touch my ass. Stop touching me. Stop touching.
Para hacer limpieza de la iglesia. Y nosotros lo prestamos a una señora que iba a ir a lavar ropa, porque a veces nosotros apoyábamos a aquel lugar donde en el 51 para las personas que a dejar comida y todo eso antes.
¿El personas vive el 51?
Yo pienso que sí, porque ella llevaba mucha ropa para lavar para todas esas personas.
Ajá.
Y ya no regresó con el carro. Así como...
Oh, she borrowed the car and never brought it back.
¿Sabes fecha de nacimiento?
¿El mío?
No, de ella.
No.
Sí. Es algo que pasó.
Entonces el pastor, porque cuando van uno a registrarlo ahí lo dice.
Ahí va a decir que es del pastor, porque usted todavía no ha cambiado el nombre.
Sí, porque él me lo pasó a mí, pues.
Sí.
Pero no, todavía no era mío porque no lo había pagado.
Sí, correcto. Sí te lo pasó, entonces.
Sí.
Ok, sí, por eso dice que es de usted.
Anyway, y'all, I don't know. She ended up being arrested. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button. We about to end this. It's going to be a part 2, 3, and 4 on this.